Oi, you gorgeous bastards, Big Richard Mick here. Grab a drink and settle in, 'cause we're diving into Deadpool and Wolverine. A film that's got more pressure on it than a kettle about to explode. Superhero flicks have been in the bloody gutter for a while now, so the question is, does this one actually deliver? Or are we watching the MCU stumble through another mess? Let's find out, eh? First things first, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. I don't care what shite show they're in, these two lads have chemistry for days. Reynolds is as sharp and foul-mouthed as ever, and Jackman's Wolverine hasn't lost an ounce of that brooding, claw-swinging intensity. It's like peanut butter and whiskey. Odd, but somehow it bloody works. Their back and forth is what keeps this whole thing from falling apart. And believe me, there are moments where it teeters on the edge. Now, the plot, if you could even call it that. Wade Wilson has given up the whole superhero gig and settled into the cushy life of a used car salesman. I mean, can you imagine Deadpool selling cars? It's a laugh, but as you'd expect, shite hits the fan when the TVA, those time cop wankers from Loki, show up and tell Wade his timeline's about to get pruned 'cause Wolverine is dead. Naturally, Wade's brilliant plan is to kidnap a Wolverine from a different timeline to save his own. Classic Deadpool. Chaos first, think later. But here's where the film stumbles. It's 128 minutes long, and let me tell you, it feels like it. There's a lot of unnecessary meandering, scenes that go nowhere, and jokes that drag on for far too long. And the villain? Standard, I want to destroy the universe shite. No depth, no personal stakes, just a generic bad guy with a generic plan. We've seen this 1,000 times, and honestly, it's a bit of a letdown. But let's be real, we didn't come here for a tightly knit plot. We came to watch Deadpool and Wolverine kick the crap out of each other, crack jokes, and maybe slice a few heads off along the way. And in that regard, the film doesn't disappoint. The action scenes are bloody chaotic and downright fun. There's one fight that happens entirely inside a car, and it's an absolute riot. When these two are throwing down, you can't help but grin like a maniac. Now, let's talk about the humour, 'cause Deadpool's known for his R-rated, no-holds-barred jokes. It's here in spades. Plenty of crass humour, swearing, and blood to keep you entertained. But, and it's a big but, not all the jokes land. Some of them feel a bit tired, and there's only so many dick jokes you can cram into a movie before it starts to feel like filler. But when it hits, oh, it hits hard. There's a great bit where Deadpool absolutely roasts the MCU's recent struggles. You can tell Ryan Reynolds was having a field day with that one. But one thing I appreciated was how self-aware the film is. They don't just sweep Logan's emotional send-off under the rug. There's respect paid to Wolverine's past, and even in the midst of all the chaos, there are a few surprisingly heartfelt moments that hit harder than expected. Deadpool might be a walking joke machine, but when the film slows down to give us those bits of character depth, it bloody works. As for the cameos, yeah, there are plenty. And while some are fun, others feel like they're just there for the sake of it. Cameo porn, as I like to call it. The MCU's been doing this a lot lately, stuffing as many familiar faces in as possible and hoping it distracts you from the fact that the story's falling apart. But hey, this is Deadpool, and if there's one film where it actually makes sense, it's this one. The character's meta nature means he can riff on these cameos and turn them into something entertaining instead of just lazy fan service. At the end of the day, Deadpool and Wolverine is a bit of a bloated, chaotic mess, but it's a damn fun one. It's not going to save the MCU, but it doesn't want to. What it does do is give fans the team-up they've been waiting for, and it delivers enough laughs, action, and bloodshed to keep most folks happy. Is it perfect? Hell no. But it's the most fun you're likely to have with a superhero flick in a while. So, If you're in the mood to watch Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman tear it up on screen and you don't mind a bit of narrative nonsense, get your ass to the cinema. Remember, you beautiful bastards, if you enjoyed the chaos, hit that like button. Subscribe for more unfiltered reviews. And drop a comment if there's a film you want me to rip apart. Help me get YouTube to start paying me, because let's face it, I like money. Until next time, keep your wits sharp and your drinks strong. Big Mick, signing off.